A recent poll paints a stark picture of the changing dynamics between the United States and Canada. The poll, conducted by AP 𝐸𝐁 in March 2025, reveals a significant decline in the number of Americans who view Canada as a close ally. This shift in perception marks a stark contrast to the historically strong bond between the two nations. It underscores the impact of recent political events on the American public's view of its northern neighbor. In 2023, a similar poll showed that approximately 60% of Americans considered Canada a close ally. This number has dwindled to just under 50% in the 2025 poll. The decline is evident across the political spectrum, impacting both Democrats and Republicans. However, the drop is more pronounced among Democrats, falling from around 70% to 50%. Republicans also registered a decline, albeit less steep, from 55% to 44%. This erosion of trust is a cause for concern. It signals a potential weakening of the deep-rooted ties that have long characterized the US-Canada relationship. The implications of this shift extend beyond mere sentiment. It could have tangible consequences for cooperation on crucial issues such as trade, security, and environmental protection. The changing American view of Canada can be attributed in part to the policies and rhetoric of former President Donald Trump. Trump's approach to international relations, often characterized by unilateralism and a disregard for traditional alliances, caused friction with many American allies, including Canada. His actions towards Canada, in particular, have been perceived by many as aggressive and disrespectful. One of the most contentious issues was Trump's imposition of tariffs on Canadian goods. These tariffs, particularly those on steel and aluminum, were met with strong disapproval from the Canadian government and industry leaders. Adding fuel to the fire was Trump's decision to impose a 25% tax on imported automobiles in March 2025. This move was widely seen as a direct attack on the Canadian auto industry, a key sector of the Canadian economy. Further escalating tensions were Trump's threats to impose reciprocal taxes on Canadian imports. These taxes, mirroring tariffs imposed by Canada on American goods, were slated to be implemented on what Trump dubbed Liberation Day. This rhetoric, laden with nationalistic overtones, further strained the relationship between the two countries. Trump's disparaging remarks about Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and his suggestions that Canada should become the 51st state of the US also contributed to the souring of relations. Canada's reaction to the Trump administration's policies was a mixture of defiance and disappointment. While Canadians have traditionally viewed their southern neighbors with warmth and camaraderie, recent events have led to a sense of betrayal and resentment. This shift in sentiment is palpable in the public sphere, manifesting in various forms of protest and expressions of displeasure. One of the most visible signs of Canadian discontent was the booing of the American national anthem at sporting events. This unprecedented display of disapproval towards the United States reflected the depth of frustration felt by many Canadians. In another symbolic gesture of disapproval, some Canadian stores removed American products from their shelves. The Canadian government, under the leadership of Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, responded to the Trump administration's actions with a combination of diplomacy and firmness. While striving to maintain open channels of communication, Trudeau did not shy away from criticizing what he perceived as unfair and harmful policies. He emphasized the importance of Canada prioritizing its own interests and seeking to diversify its trade partnerships. The changing American view of Canada is not an isolated phenomenon. The AP 𝐸𝐁 poll also sheds light on American perceptions of other key countries, revealing a complex and evolving global landscape. While traditional allies like the United Kingdom and the European Union still garner a significant degree of trust, their standing has also been impacted by recent geopolitical shifts and the rise of nationalist sentiments. The poll indicates that roughly 50% of Americans view the United Kingdom as a close ally, a figure that remains relatively high but is nonetheless lower than in previous years. France and Germany, two other key European allies, are seen as close allies by about 30% of Americans. The European Union as a whole is considered a close ally by around 40% of Americans. On the other end of the spectrum, Russia and China are viewed with significant suspicion and distrust. Very few Americans consider either country a close ally, with about 1/3 viewing each as an enemy of the United States. This sentiment is particularly pronounced among Democrats, while Republicans tend to hold slightly less negative views of Russia. These findings highlight the challenges facing the United States in navigating a world increasingly defined by competition between great powers and the erosion of traditional alliances. The shifting sands of global politics require a nuanced and calibrated approach to foreign policy, one that recognizes the importance of cultivating strong relationships with allies, while also addressing the challenges posed by adversaries.
Hey, we all want to scale our business. Hey, I have the answer for you today to help you do that. If you're looking to scale from 5, 6, even 7 figures and beyond, book called Be Good, Be Brief, Be Gone. I'm going to give it to you for free. All you have to do is type in growfast.cash. I say again, growfast.cash, and you can download the book for absolutely free. I hope the book helps you this year. Take your business to the next level. Again, go grab the book, growfast.cash. I say again, growfast.cash. I wish you the best and grow, scale, and win.
There it is. Magnum. Holy moly.
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for!
Dear God, it's beautiful.